All right, well, I guess we're doing this again. I had my keybind set for it to start recording. I'm now a minute in, and I just realized it hasn't been recording. So, what do I do with that? Anyway, what we'll do is I'll just skim through the parts that I kind of pointed out to this point in the trailer. I just want to make sure that we're recording. All right, so what I kind of highlighted was it's useless now, but initially I mentioned that trailer one had Tom Petty and Love is a Long Road, which I think definitely was a curveball for what many people expected. They saw Miami, they thought like maybe sleazy, um, rap or something like very more aggressive. Something like more 90s like Vice City. Um, but it kind of just went like a whole different third option what they end up kind of giving us. So I thought that's noteworthy. Obviously, to this point, they haven't done any rap or anything like that. A minute in, they did a song I've heard before, kind of a classic dad rock type of song. So that was one thing I wanted to notice or point out. I pointed out,
Seriously, dude, you got
like Miami. You think like very glitzy, glamorous. Some may say, what's the word? Just flashy, like in the negative sense. That's the word I'm looking for, but I can't think off the top of my head. And if you look at it, he's got like gold, 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 which usually is like a indicator trying to be flashy. Um, but the thing that really caught me was like the physics of the bracelet. If you look at how his
what are
arm
you doing
moves,
up there? I'm just fixing some leaks. Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands.
that type of bracelet does not it's not meant to be rigid like a watch. Like it's like a chain almost on your wrist. So it's supposed to like I forget the name of it, but it's supposed to flow like physically speaking. They try to recreate that with this. It's not just a solid you know, disc on his wrist. It moves. I didn't get the chance to see if his chain moved, but I also want to point out Vapid, F-150. I think it kind of matches. Very just grody truck.
Got some properties with paying tenants. Well, that's why you
Yeah,
can't
his chain
buy.
doesn't move, but his chain does. I wanted to point that out. If you come back to that
That's why you can't
frame, you
buy.
can see that his chain slightly
Just go
moves.
get me my
Um,
check.
I mean, it may not be like it looked kind of, in the frame of like live action, like moving. It looked pretty good. I think obviously you go like frame by frame, it may be a little bit less fluent, uh, not flow quite as well. But to me, the chain dynamics and physics looked pretty good to me. Um,
Hey,
that was
Ron.
that. I wanted to
What?
point out the way the sweat kind of pulls on his back, and I gotta say pause again here. I just think the dynamics of how they depicting sweat and freckles and dirt and all that stuff is just cool and worth noticing. And even like to the skin. Oh, I also want to mention my neighbors are just being loud as fuck, so just keep that in mind. Um, Rednecks got their name initially because their necks would be like one of the few things that are exposed when they're working outside, so they gave him the redneck.
Jason?
All right. So I don't know I still don't know what model car that is, like what it's supposed to emulate in real life, but like it's like the Lamborghini in the shed meme, the bust down shed meme. That's what that reminded me of. Like this kind of beat up, uh, double wide almost, and then you have this what's definitely a luxury car brand. I don't know what type of luxury car, but he robs a guy. I pointed out it looked kind of like it looked like either vitamin water or body armor to me. That's kind of just what that looked to be emulating to me. I pointed out the beer liquid dynamics. I just say physics, not dynamics, physics. Just look at the way it moves, like as he's carrying it. I don't know if that's that or if that's like sun reflecting off the glass. That would be even crazier. But that was like the sun moving between like the glass of the bottle. And then I want to point like just kind of do a really good job. Like it feels like Miami, right? Like little. I think you have Little Haiti in Miami. It feels like kind of a bit on my.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out. What's your name?
All right, so we're pretty much catching up to where I left off at.
I think you heard before.
Still going. Okay.
You might have.
All right. She's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey.
Hey.
A white dude and a Latina in the heart of Florida. That'll be an interesting relationship. I like the Vice City coloring. You got fat ass, golly.
Stay. A new beginning.
Some of these steals, like I know that Rockstar released some of these in like crystal clear quality, I think on their Twitter. But I mean the water looks amazing. Sunset looks great. I mean that's just you can put that in the background almost. I feel like they can really like be indulgent with some of their shots with how high quality this game appears to be.
Trust me, this place is just for our pros. The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
I was about to say, you got a crazy thing back there, man. Yeah,
You're doing it right.
I'm not gonna pause here. I'm just gonna scroll back.
Matters is who you know and what you got.
That's not where I want to scroll back to.
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
That's crazy, bro. The ass dynamic.
Do this. You're doing it right.
Again, the ass physics is really crazy. This looks like, I mean, come on, man.
Gonna do this. You're doing it right.
You tell me that, like, if you show this to, like, your grandma, she wouldn't think that that's, like, real life. Like, this still right here. You could definitely bait somebody to think this is real life, dude.
Yo, D, this full effect. They got your name, address, they got everything. Yo, D, this full effect.
Listen, I'm sorry, man. I just wanted to like pause right here and kind of take a look. That looks like a white guy from Florida, like South Florida, or like the meth part of Florida. Got a lot of like Haitians and all that out here. A lot of diversity, racially speaking, which Miami has that. So I just love the way they do black. They do black hair pretty well in this game, I will say.
Full effect.
Like the brother got like kind of I mean, they do really job with hair in this game. I noted that with the first game. Oh shit, my bad. I didn't mean to do it. Okay.
Full effect. They got your name, address, they got everything.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Yo. I'm not gonna go back. Just keep on going.
Amazing.
They're gonna have like actual training again, because I know in GTA San Andreas you would have the boxing. I don't think there's anything like that since San Andreas, huh? Did 4 have anything like that? Because 5 didn't. Like 5, you could do the meditation and yoga and shit, but like you couldn't like train like fight anything like that. I don't remember if 4 did. Oh, it's like does that say Marines? Is that what that said? It's supposed to mimic a dolphin.
We got it.
Manatees. So they kind of went with more Vice City colors and like Miami Dolphins color. I mean, obviously it's pretty close, but I think he did enough to like not get sued by the NFL. And I think it's supposed to be the Heat probably. With the hat. Jumping out of a plane. Okay. Fighting a plane. Okay.
Come to Bill's ammunition today. We got more
Ammunition. That on some games it's just called ammunition, I believe. I don't think it had a name associated with it, but that's cool. This would appear to be a PS4 controller, PS5 controller, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's a PS5 right there. So I mean, I'm not gonna pull my PS5 into the frame, but I mean I'm sure it's not called a PS5, but that's not Xbox. not in Xbox. Could you imagine? Like, I know that like first parties and all that stuff is dead, but like, could you imagine like Sony negotiate like a 2 week timed early release on GTA 6? I think Microsoft may like just straight up like pull their future games off of off of the PlayStation Store if they did something like that, bro. Um, that would be insane. I mean, even too, because I GTA 5 did 1 billion like the first 3 days, if I remember correctly, on its release week. So could you just imagine like that not going to Microsoft? It is it's more PS4 Jason than PS5. I don't. I put my PS4 controller up. It's over there, but that kind of looks more PS4s to me than PS5.
Hey,
But the game console is PS5, so it's kind of like, you know, how many frames are you gonna have of him catching her and holding that ass? I figure probably quite a few.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me? Please.
What, May 25th, 2025, right? Kind of the classic logo. Captured on PS5. They really are. They're doing Sony a solid with some of this promotion here. Man. I'm speechless, dude. We're not getting this for. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was hyped up, man. I think the reason I think they did this is I think they had the trailer ready to go anyway, but the game wasn't ready to go. So I guess they figured the compromise, they have to push the game back, would be just to get the trailer anyway. Because it makes sense to have this trailer ready to go about this time. The last one I think was November or early December, one of those two, and that would have been about 10 months out, I think, from where it was supposed to come out, which I think was September. Um, this would have been about 3 months. September is the ninth month, so about 4 months out. So about the halfway point between that previous trailer and this game. So I think they probably realized they really need to push this back for a while, and this was just what they had scheduled anyway, so they just gave it to us. That's what I think they have. I don't think it's anything bigger than that. But yeah, so 40 million, I think it was.
What people in the 1950s did to stay skinny.
Oh my god, dude, shut. Yeah, 40 million in 12 hours. And the other one did, I think, 1 billion. Did it do 1 billion? Yeah, so this is I've heard the song before. I didn't know the name of it, but pretty big song. So they really still going with like kind of like dad rock type stuff. Nothing like very Vice City ish. Somebody did know they had FL Studio and some particular rap radio. Uh, they have a rap radio in this game that was like kind of noteworthy. I forgot where I saw that at, but yeah, it survives of 2026 too. I've had a shitty 2026, 2025, bro. Just rough, and I was like, bro, I needed to get to this game, man. So I guess we'll need to get to this game next year. But yeah, Lo-Fi Girl. Of course, people gotta get their views come in and kind of cloud chase. Jacksepticeye, everybody get their views, man. But yeah, watch your health, man. I've had it rough since the last trailer, bro. I'm trying to make sure I can get to this new game, man. Um, 254. It went really crazy in the beginning. I guess maybe kind of tapered off. People re-upload the trailer, so it takes away from their views too. So 254 though for a game trailer is pretty good, obviously. But this one already has 40 million, so I guess maybe my expectation for what it should do after the first couple of days should probably be tampered a little bit, or tapered. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Really good trailer. I think a lot more revelatory about the tone of the game than the first one was. Like the first one was meant to just kind of help you understand, like, this is a game. It looks amazing. But that trailer would be like more like what's happening. I don't think Rockstar does gameplay trailers. Like actual, like I think some of this might have just been like I think almost all of it's just like cutscenes. And of course, if the game looks this good, like the cutscenes and the actual gameplay won't be too different in terms of quality, but um, I don't think Rockstar does like these are the gameplay mechanics of their uh, upcoming games. So we'll see if they do that. I don't think they will. But they will have to give us at least one more trailer now because of what happened. So um, they might have done it anyway because I think they did like a month before GTA 5 came. I think they did a trailer for that. But let's see. We can actually check here. I think no, we can't. Okay, well, yes, we can. They just put all the stuff in the. Okay, well that's kind of bad taste. Whatever. Um. Oh, so he did do a gameplay video. Okay. And this is the official. I think this is the one that came out before the game came out, right? Or maybe. I don't know. Because this came out this 11 years ago, and by this point, it was like expected the game would have already been out by that point. Okay. Well, yeah. So that's where we're at. I only got 30 million off of this one, dude. This one just did 30 million plus in like 12 hours. I'm not gonna let you guys go. I know you can hear these dudes in the background, so sorry about that. But yeah, we got a classic in the works here, I believe, and I would not be surprised if this was like top tier. Like we're talking like all time great game. Um, I know people were sometimes worried about like the guy that really kind of spearheaded a lot of the humor and development in the previous GTA's. He left. I think his name's Leslie something. Um, to me, it looks like it's still pretty good. I mean, we'll get to see like the finer points really what makes Grand Theft Auto work, the kind of like NPC dynamics and stuff like that. So we'll see. If we still get that in this game. I hope so, of course. But so far, so good. And I'm hoping to keep that optimism up for an entire year.